Good day, guys. Today, and in this one today, we're going to be playing Mario Kart 7 on the Citra Emulator. This obviously emulates the Nintendo 3DS, which means that we're playing 3DS games on our PC. Right, first off, let's get in here, and then I can waffle on, can't I? Right, so I'm playing the official build today. That means the official build taken from the Citra website itself. I'll put links in the description down below. The only thing I have changed to make this game boot is I have added my user profile. So in other words, I've dumped my user profile from my actual 3DS, and that gives me a profile to utilize on my emulator. And more information about that will be in the description down below. For those of you who don't know how to do that or haven't done anything with your 3DS, you can probably grab another user profile from another version of the emulator from anywhere else on the interwebs. I'm sure Google is your friend on that kind of stuff. Anyway, other than that, we are completely legit. We haven't done anything in terms of, you know, any special builds, any special hacks or anything like that. This is complete standard bleeding edge version from the Citra website as taken on the 23rd of February 2017. Mind-boggling. Okay, let's see how this performs then. Right, I'm going to be using my keyboard and mouse. I haven't configured the control pad. I haven't put any extra hacks on it to get my control pad to work. However, you can do that kind of stuff, but we're not going to be covering that today. All I want to cover is how this actual build of the emulator is performing with this game. Right, first off, I can see it looks ugly. However, going into my version, I'll show you exactly what I've got set up here. So, in terms of my system, nothing special there. Input, like I said, I'm using the actual control pad itself. Graphics, the only thing I have changed is I've obviously put it to large screen because I like to see the large screen and I don't really need to be interacting with the little screen down the side. Also, the internal resolution, I've turned that up to 960. I could push it further, I could push it further pretty well to be honest, but I want to keep this sensible because I want to have some kind of comparison that I could show with various different builds of this emulator. So I want to keep it sensible but still get a good picture on the screen. I wouldn't go any lower than 960 on this. This is, by the time it's scaled down on the screen, inside its actual control panel and stuff, it kind of evens out to about 1080 anyway. So, let's see how this performs. Okay. Right then. Obviously, my touchscreen works with my mouse, and also, in fact, let me test this now quickly while I've got the emulator loaded up. For those of you who watched the previous video on my Nintendo Wii U emulation, I've got my touchscreen working on the TV. Let's see if it works with this emulator. It does. It does. So it looks like I'm doing some follow-up videos with this kind of stuff. Now, as you can see, now we've left the FMV, the screen looks beautiful. The actual graphics are being rendered to a higher resolution than that of the native 3DS. So it should look a lot better than what it does on the actual 3DS in the first place. Anyway, we're waffling and we're not gaming. Let's get into this. Too much waffle, not enough gaming. Okay, so in terms of the frames per second, bottom left-hand corner, we're keeping a steady 60, but we're only in the menu stages here. Let's actually get into the game and see how this performs. It looks beautiful though, doesn't it? It's come a long way, this emulator. I remember when it was struggling to run the menus. Let's go! So obviously, I'm not emulating the music and sound because Nintendo would strike me down with furious anger if I did. I'm using just the video footage because that's all I need to show you guys to make this fair enough for you guys to warrant me uploading this footage. You know what Nintendo's like, they will copyright everything, and if I put the music in there, it just gives them another excuse. However, I've got to at least show you the footage from the actual in-game so you can see what's going on. Thankfully, Java wants to be updated while I'm in the middle of my test. Thank you, Windows 10. Okay, as you can see, bottom left-hand corner, I am running 60 frames per second on standard Citra. This has come so far, isn't it? This is performing really well, right? Let's try and beast this. Let's try and get this stuttering or anything. So this is complete stock, like I said. The only thing I've done is actually hinder it by changing the resolution. Your face. What? But even while I'm getting hit by all these things, the actual frame rate isn't dropping at all. I've got a lot of action on the screen. Normally, when I used to play, if there'd be a lot of characters next to me or around me, a lot of explosions, so on and so forth, it would really have huge frame drops, especially stutters. But this is looking beautiful. Look at it. I'm made up with this. Well done, Citra team. You've done an awesome job on this. I'm also really happy that my touch screen is working. Oh, the possibilities are endless now. Am I gonna get you? So yeah, I've got no idea what soundtrack I've put on while I'm doing this. But obviously, oh, there we go. There's a stutter there. So it does still have a stutter every now and again. But let's face it, I've just done 2 laps and it's shown 1 stutter. It looks like it's not something permanent. For me, this is looking beautiful. I'm actually excited about testing some more games on this now. I'm also really excited about seeing what my touchscreen can do with this emulator. I thought I would at least have to mess around with some files and stuff to get that to work. Should have done that backwards, shouldn't I? First place, though. Boom! Boom, boom, shake the room. So yeah, that is awesome. That is absolutely awesome progress. I mean, even the replay where the draw distance normally slows down, if anything, it's speeding up. Oh, Citra team, you have done wonders. Absolute wonders. So, yeah, that is the bog standard bleeding edge version of the Citra emulator working to its full potential and playing a problematic game like Mario Kart 7, which did have huge slowdowns, especially in the more chaotic races such as this. So, thank you very much for joining me today, guys. Please like, please subscribe, please look forward, because it looks like, well, Citra is going to open a little can of worms here. So, most of all, you have a good day. Laters!